occupying this place for now. We're not the owners of this place. And I've done my own research in time past as regards Ife, all right, the Oni of Ife and the Oba of Benin. It's quite something really elaborate, but then I'll break it bit by bit. But let's start with this Lagos thing first of all. Benin says they are the owners of Lagos, and that has unsettled the whole lot of people. Like, it's not true. It's not true. And they were going history, bringing all of these documents, okay, these statements and all of that. And I also remember, CP, that the Oba of Lagos, Oba Riwan, also mentioned this. Even when he mentioned it, some persons still did not want to take that. They felt, well, he's a king, fine, but then that's his statement. I mean, that's not the truth about it. Now, CP, in your own, I mean, you're quite vast. You've read books also, and, you know, you've been following trends. Let's talk about Lagos. Do you really feel that the Oba statement wasn't true? Or maybe there was a way he was supposed to have, you know, addressed it, not like the way he did? Or do you think it's a way to claim or to lay ownership to Lagos, as it were, to claim that Lagos belongs to the Benin? So Benin should pay homage to, Lagos should pay homage to Benin? CB, help us dissect all of this thing, you know. Let's unravel this.
Well, the Oba of Benin, as a royal father and a monarch of the Benin Kingdom, was only being historical. Whatever he has said, he would have traced it from the history he would have read, as well as narrations that would have been passed on to him. And whatever he has said has not really changed anything. The status quo in Lagos remains. And what do I mean by that? The people who live in Lagos don't speak Bini. They speak Yoruba.
All right.
And the economy of Lagos are being determined and controlled by people from various parts of Nigeria. It is not controlled by Benin. So I don't see why people should lose sleep or have headache over what the monarch had said. He was only trying to tell those who cared to listen that when you're talking of Lagos, you cannot talk of Lagos in isolation without bringing in history. That's just what the Oba had been able to state. And from my own little way, that's the analysis I can make out of it. So people should not go beyond that. There's nothing in contention. Nobody is dragging anything with anybody. You know, the ownership of Lagos is not in doubt. Ownership of Lagos belongs to the indigenes of Lagos. And then those other people who came, who are sojourners in Lagos, we are privileged and lucky to become property owners in Lagos. Not that they usurped it or there was a conquest or war to access those lands. They followed the legal means and purchased, they bought those properties, either fully built or bought them as empty land and followed the processes and built their own homes or commercial properties on them.
Sipi, we're not talking about the sojourners.
Yes.
Now, we're talking about having to find those who started Lagos, those who founded Lagos.
It's a long way.
It's a long. Now, of course, here we hear. I mean, at the time you hear people mention their worries, and later you hear the Benin.
Yes.
And later, there was a part I heard. I read Portugal. Portugal came in and
the Portuguese only changed the name to Lagos from Eco to Lagos. And from the bit I read somewhere, they gave it that name Lagos because of the water bodies that are all over the place. Talking of the lagoon, the creeks, the canals, and the river crisscrossing one part of the Lagos. It's like, apart from being a coastal city, it's a city that is laden with a lot of water bodies. That was why they just gave that name Lagos. It's not in doubt that our Aworis are indigenes of Lagos, mixed up with some Yorubas, but they all speak Yoruba language. So whether they call themselves Aworis or not, they have been subsumed by the Yoruba language and culture. And the issue of Benin, going back to what the monarch said, the Oba of Benin said, having founded Lagos, is just bringing in history, and that history he's bringing in is still subject of controversy because some other Yorubas here will still tell you that the home of the Yorubas, where everybody should pay obeisance to, is Ife. And issue of Benin coming in does not arise. So all those things are history. It does not change anything. It does not change the tradition. It does not change the culture.
But Nigerians want to let you know that they are the owners of this place. There is no need even saying it, that the way the Oba of Benin came to say it. But my own is, even the Oba of Lagos, Oba Real One, have come out to say it once, that Benin founded Lagos.
We are saying the same thing, that they are all laying credence to history. They are just pointing to history. But the question is, are people in Lagos speaking Benin? The answer is no. And then secondly, by geographical expression or definition, or the reality on ground geographically, Benin Kingdom has no boundary with Lagos. In as much as Benin Kingdom extensively has boundary with Yoruba land, but the Yoruba part they have boundary with is by Ondo, where you have Ohosu and Ofosu, boundary between Ondo State and Edo State, because the Benin influence covers both Okada down to the boundary with the Yoruba state of Ondo. Then you can now imagine the distance in terms of kilometers or miles from Ohosu or Ofosu to Lagos. It cannot be less than 250 kilometers distance. So where do you say that, how do you now establish that physical connection vis-a-vis ownership of Lagos?
Okay.
The ownership of Lagos has never been in doubt. It is the mixture of the Aworis and the Yorubas that inhabit the Lagos metropolitan and fringes.
Okay, now let me bring this up.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard the word Dahomey.
Of course, the former name of Benin, present Benin Republic.
Benin Republic. Now, we're told that the Benin Empire, the Benin Kingdom,
yes,
own as far as to Dahomey.
History.
history.
Good.
And to some side, I mean, I think around Onisha there, and then to the other side around close to Niger State this way, and
Nupe
area and all of that.
Yes.
Now, if we want to go historical about this Benin Kingdom thing, you know, like somebody said, they said, aside the England Queen of the Prince Charles, aside that entire empire, aside that rulership,
Yes.
Benin is the next close to, you know, the King of England.
Those things are just for students of history to mesmerize themselves.
But you believe in history?
Well, everybody believes in history, one way or the other, just for as academic exercise.
Oh, really?
Exactly. And
so we shouldn't talk about, you know, these things anymore.
No. We should. But the emphasis, like I said, is academic. It does not translate to somebody maybe coming all the way from Benin to come and begin to lay claims to what he does not own in Lagos. That's why I brought in, it said, an admixture. That's why I brought in the issue of sojourners. It's like people who would have come all the way from southern Cameroon, so I'm talking of Bwala or Yaoundé, coming to own properties in Lagos because they are merchants and traders and they have the means to buy. And the original landowners had to part with some portion because then, the land was too large for some of them who were the owners to utilize that large parcel or expanse of land. That is one part of it. And then secondly, since the colonial government was coming in, or rather came in, the traditional institution then and the people foresaw a situation where if they didn't act fast, the government of the day will appropriate all the entire parcel of land. Then there will be more or less strangers in their own place. Maybe they will be like visitors. So that is why they took the initiative, got those parcels of land documented and began to sell some of them so that the government doesn't appropriate it to itself and then decide to begin to distribute the lands themselves.
I love your views, though, very, very well. You know, I love your views, but then I also want to sample some other views here that I got. Because following the comment that the Oba made, notable personalities and, you know, a lot of persons have taken to social media to air their views on the matter. I remember a Lagos chief, the Balogun of Eko, Abisoye Oshodi, disagreed with the monarch, stating that Lagos was not founded by the Benins. He went for that to say, it's a point of correction, sir, talking to the Oba now, or referring to the Oba. He said Lagos was never founded by the Benins. I am glad that you said some parts of Lagos, not the entire Lagos. You are right. Your ancestors settled on a small island that was called Eko then, before the creation of Lagos. See how he's putting it?
Yes.
Before the creation of Lagos.
Yes.
On this very island, they never created it. Now, comedian Shei Law, he said that the distortion of our history in the Southwest will never cease to amaze him. He said, what is the sin of Southwesterners that makes some tribes want to revise our history? He sees that as reversing history.
Okay.
Maybe, according to him, he said, maybe we just have to revisit our liberalism. Now, he said, the same way some Ishekiri warriors settled in Ekpe was the same way some Benin warriors settled in Isaleko of Lagos Island.
Yes.
The journey of the Benis to Lagos was a joint war of the Benis and the Shekiris against, the Lagos ancestors. the kingdom of Mahi, the kingdom Oba, it just went on and on and on and on and on. So do you think these people are also right in their own way? I mean, with what they've said?
Well, it's a question of their various opinions. They are seeing it from different angles, just the way I am seeing it from my own perspective. First and foremost, I am not a stakeholder in the sense that I'm neither from Benin nor am I from Southwest. I am also just one of the sojourners in the Southwest. And Lagos, being what it is, a melting pot for both Nigerians and non-Nigerians, has really blossomed. It has grown in leaps and bounds. And it can boast as one of the largest metropolitans in Africa. You know, it has grown both commercially and industrially, you know. And it has to share a lot of attributes in terms of, we cannot be talking of only commerce, industry, you know, health, infrastructure, without talking of history. So people like the monarch of Benin will still come and add his own bit to it by bringing in history. And when he is back to Benin, that's the end of the story. The question is, does he have any palace in Lagos?
No.
So what are we talking about? He doesn't. So whatever razzmatazz the traditional ruler celebrated in Lagos is just expression of the rich culture of the Beninese. It has not changed anything in Lagos. So Lagosians, core Lagosians, I'm talking of, should not bother themselves. It's part of academic exercise and analysis.
But you believe you would agree with me that there is this age-long controversy on the founders of Lagos State, you know, because it has always sparked debate. It will continue to.
Of course.
You mention something like this.
Of course, it will. It will even outlive us. Many generations to come will still continue to bring their views and perspectives to it. They are all adding color to the culture and history of the place called Lagos. That's the way I see it.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's veer away from that quickly. Former spokesperson of Atiku Abubakar 2023 presidential campaign, Daniel Bwala, has called for a thorough judges conference that will ensure the use of technology to record and store a judgment to enable a judge stay consistent with the decision of the court. The move, he said, would restore the hope of the common man. Let's get to the court now. That he's using. Let's find a way to use technology, you know, to what do I call it now? To ensure he said ensure the use of technology to record and store a judgment to enable the judges stay consistent, you know, with the decision of the court. TP, considering what is playing out in Nigeria, exactly, especially the one that played out after elections, whether we have a technology that supports this or not, do you think that with the mindset of our judges looking at money, because we now play money politics and judges also collect bribes and all of that, it's obvious. Now, considering what we have in Nigeria currently, do you think this move or the call by Bwala will go a long way to do anything, to take care of anything at all?
First and foremost, I want to disagree with you that the judges are collecting money.
Okay.
Because there is no evidence to that.
Okay.
So what I had expected you to say is that it is inferred.
Do we wait for,
or,
CP,
seems to.
Do we wait for when we will see them collect money physically before you know something is exchanging hands? You don't support a man for fun because you just want to support a man.
The thing is this.
All of these court hula baloo, we go to court today, this one comes in to say, okay, no, that judgment wasn't supposed to be so and all of that. What's playing out? It's because money is exchanging hands.
In law.
Let's be sincere.
No. This one you're talking, you're being emotional.
No, it's not.
No, the thing is this. Okay. In law, there is what we call law of evidence.
All right.
That is where you make your references. And you cannot say in a blanket direction that the judges are collecting money. What evidence do you have to that effect?
CP.
The evidence needs to be expressed by way of either that he was photographed collecting it, or he was videoed collecting it, or there is evidence that a transfer has been made to his account in his own name.
Okay.
That he has received an amount that is not his salary from person or group of persons or an interest group. So in the absence of all those ones, you can't make a conclusive statement saying that they are bribed or they are corrupt collecting. You will only say it appears or it seems. That's a better way to couch it.
I am a friend to several judges, not one, not two.
Yes.
I have lawyers who are friends, who are my friends.
Yes.
And they've come out to tell me
yes.
that practicing law in Nigeria right now is quite different. I'm sure you also know that.
Of course I do.
When you talk about evidence, that's why we are here in this country. You want to see evidence. You want, what are the evidence? What are the evidence? Is it in paper? Is it in this? But we have evidence seen inside us. We know what is happening in our country.
No, they are talking of a different thing. You're still presumptuous.
There is corruption in our land.
Of course, we know that. We know that. It is certain.
Okay.
Yes. Especially evidence of looting the treasury. We are all aware of that.
Okay.
Yes. But the aspect of this judiciary is a place we need to be very, very careful when we are making our statements.
Okay. Probably because there are some statements you don't want me to make.
Not necessarily. Nobody stops you from shedding your opinion, but you need to be very diplomatic about it. No, tell us that it appears, or it's like, or it seems, so that nobody will hold you tight.
As you speak the English.
So that nobody will say you were very specific, you were definite in calling them, names.
Okay, let's go on what Bwala said.
Okay.
TV. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go now.
Yes. Go back to
Bwala. What do you think about what he said?
Yes.
Do you think this will hold water?
That direction of Bwala will not work. It will not, because it will take a whole lot. A situation whereby you bring in judges and begin to record electronically and all that, and whereby we already have a conservative court system.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? The tradition has been quite different, and the system had been very resistant to change over time and age. So, if you're trying to bring in such innovation, a lot of them will tacitly, work against it, that at the end of the day, it will not materialize. Let me even tell you one thing. This Apata from Edo State, who happens to be a learned silk and is a senior advocate of Nigeria, And
currently the LP.
yes, currently the LP governorship candidate for Edo State.
Yeah.
He went overseas and addressed a forum of legal pundits condemning the judicial system. I don't know whether you saw.
Of course.
You saw it, yes. So when I watched it, and because I have a lot of senior advocate friends, I had to send it to virtually some of them, and I wanted to get their opinion because that's the way I take my
opinion sampling.
Yes, right. And virtually all of them condemned him. That what he did was like biting the finger that fed him, or the process that made him what he is, and so on and so forth. So that will show you this cult thing, this trying to protect one's constituency and trying to be absolutely compliant and loyal to the system. Some of them are not saying it because that what Akpata said is wrong, but they only want to protect the sanctity of the system, that you don't throw away the baby and the bathwater at the same time. You don't throw them away. You have to have a way of going around it. And that one of them was like, he didn't expect such to come from a person at that height and a position he has held in the system. You know, I'm sure if he were to be one of those upstarts, they would have been looking for a way to deal with him, possibly to call him to the disciplinary committee of legal practitioners, and possibly looking for a way to remove his wig and gown by way of suspending him. But this one is a member of the body of benchers, so it will be difficult. But the man has said it the way it is and the way he sees it. And he must have done that in sincerity of trying to restore the integrity of the judiciary. I don't think he was doing it out of any malice, because he has absolutely nothing to gain by doing that. And for him to maintain the truth and say it the way it is, he has absolutely nothing to lose.
Okay.
So that's the way I saw it. But these other learned silks and body of bench members of the law did not see it the same way. They felt that he's an epitome and a model, a role model that should be, diplomatic and shouldn't say everything he sees, in as much as they know that all is not well, but it should not come from him. That's just what I was able to make out of it. So the conservative nature or pattern of the legal practice really will make it difficult to actualize the direction Bwala is trying to head the practitioners in the legal profession.
Now, again, instead of employing technology to, like you mentioned, record and store judgments, to enable a judge stay consistent with the decision of the court. Instead of that, don't you think INEC should be cleansed?
For me,
from the chairman to the commissioners, all of them should be.
I am of that school of thought.
Push them out.
101%. They need to sanitize that place from the top to the last person. The place called INEC. You see, I am not an advocate that people should be thrown out of their job. After all, I did mine and exited. But my happiness is that I left on a clean slate throughout my time in government, nobody has ever come out to level any allegation of corrupt practice or corruption against me. It is only in Oyo State that because of tribalism, they wanted to push me out. They went and framed me up that I converted money. And till today, I've been waiting for them to come and prove it. None can. Because I have all my documents for the disbursement of funds that came from the state government for use, for distribution to some police officers to run their offices. I was not the one paying. I'm not a paymaster at my level as a commissioner of police then. I only instructed the people to follow the template from Government House, the way they broke it down, pay them. And they all signed for it, and I have the original documents till today. That is why I'm waiting for Fatai Owosheni, the ex-commissioner of police in Lagos, because he was the one who spearheaded it, just to push me out and bring in.
You said Fatai Owosheni?
Oh yes, he was the commissioner of police in Lagos. Yes, then. But then he had retired. He was this senior special assistant.
Talking about what year now? I think
that was in 2020. 2020, around October, November, December. He was looking for a way to get me out of that state. And unfortunately, the governor played into his hand, because the governor realized that after I was at the verge of leaving, because I now drew the attention of the governor that look at, because he raised the issue that the money he was distributing, he was giving him 76 million, which he said in my presence, and I have a witness. But he said when after distributing every month, the thing does not filter down. I say, well, the one that comes to police was less than 50 million. The man was shocked, and it never came to me. They distribute it, and there is documentary evidence. The man was shocked. Immediately after that, he stopped passing money through Fatai Owosheni. He now knew that the man was a pathological liar and a tribalist to the core. That was. But then they had already packaged it to the then Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu. You know, you've been asking me what really happened in that Oyo. So this is an opportunity to just let out a bit of it, because I'll still do my documentaries.
What I want to do about this is to look for a certain day.
Yes.
Maybe we can even do this on Thursday, because I've been asking questions, this same question on air and off air.
In
so
fact,
we find out what happened in Oyo State.
A lot of stories. I will give you full details. In fact, one or two print media had approached me for full interview. I said they should wait. At the appropriate time, I'll open up. And I've kept quiet because of the elections, so that they will not say, this man is bringing in this thing when people are doing campaigns. Maybe he wants to incite certain people against certain people. They may have ended up saying, probably I'm working for APC, so that the sitting governor, being PDP, will use that as campaign strategy against him, probably, or maybe that I want to use it to get the Igbos against the governor. And that was why I kept quiet and stayed away from it. But now, elections are over, everybody is seated and settled, and they are running their government. I can freely say things the way they are, and I have all my facts and documents. I can publish them in the papers and in the whichever media, so that we know two of us who is a thief.
Sometimes when we hear some of these things you say,
yes,
happening in the police, what do I call that now?
Circle and other government departments. Yes,
we get marveled.
It is terrible, and a lot of other things.
Like all of these happening as a commissioner of police.
I am telling you the fact. I'm a victim. But today, I'm a very happy person, and by the grace of God.
How did you exit the... No, CP, let's hold on. I think we have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
A lot to talk about.
Yes.
We need to start to cleanse
And
this.
when he did this, he never knew how. No. It is those at the management level in the police that later called me. They thought what he gave them was the truth of the matter. Until one of them, the secretary to the police, the first secretary, one Dandaura, now drew my attention and said, look, this is what was why they were hunting for your head. I said, what? He said the man was there before the IG saying how he brings it and give it to you personally. I said, God forbid it. Me? I now brought out the documents and showed him. He almost fainted on his chair. He said, you mean these documents are there?
You have the documents?
Yes, I have them.
Up until now?
Up till now. I stored them in my bank and ready to bring. I have the photocopies in my personal file. And I'm ready to publish them.
How much was also always given to Wushemi every month?
76 million.
Every month?
Every month. So said the governor.
Okay. How much gets to you?
To the police was about 14,850,000.
So what happens to the remaining money?
No, it's supposed to go around the security agencies for both fueling and maintenance.
Okay, you're supposed to get 14 point
something.
Okay.
14,850,000.
And you get that?
Yes, the police receives that. Not me as a person.
Okay.
It comes to the police.
Okay.
I'm not the one paying. My own interest is bring me evidence that it has been paid to all the officers concerned. And it was brought. And they were signing with their signature. They will write with their own handwriting, write the amount, write the date, write where they are serving, write everything. I have all the details, all the originals still today.
So, but was he remitting everything? Like, was he giving the police almost everything?
I don't know his discussion with the governor. And the governor never called me because I don't speak the language. They were always treating me as a stranger. If anything happens, they'll turn it around and say, it is me. Like when the serial killer I managed to arrest escaped. They say, hey, it's Omoibo, he has collected money. That they gave me 5 million. That was why I allowed it. That's the person I made effort to arrest too. And meanwhile, the station, Makola, where the man escaped from the top, who was the DPO, to the last policeman there, happens to be Yoruba. No single Igbo man is serving there. So how did I stay in my office in Yagaku, and then I would now tell them to leave the man to escape? How? And thank God, it wasn't long. Through collective effort, we were able to rearrest him. And they asked him, I've never known the man, I've never seen him. And the man said there's nothing, no. He didn't give anybody any kobo. He just, out of the carelessness of the policemen, escaped from that place. And when the protest started against the police for the man's escape, that serial killer, the governor, Sheyi Makinde, told me to my face that himself would have led that protest against me. That was the time I now knew that there was problem in that place. If I were to come from his place and I speak the language, would he have said a thing like that?
Wow.
It is because I don't understand the language, but I was only there professionally to do my best. And I'm happy I had to prune down the level of crime in Oyo State. As at the time I was leaving, I was recording almost the lowest crime rate in that place, because I came to serve with integrity and I respected human rights to the extent that when I left, the Legal Aid Council wrote a book on me, and till today they maintain that I happen to be the best commissioner of police they've ever had in the history of Oyo State. The documents are there, the evidence is there, because I was never tribal, I was never supporting anything by way of corruption. I have never asked anybody to go and bring 10 naira to me. I made sure people were given justice. I made sure that once I hear complaint of people collecting money for bail, I'll pursue it and be sure you refund that money to the people. I have never given anybody target. Maybe all those collection of all those things that, look, this man.
Do they give targets in the police, in the policing system?
Well, My brother, a lot happens. Not only in the police, in a lot of
You know what? There are several questions I want to ask you.
Yes.
But then today won't be the best day to do so.
No, it's okay. This one is just in the passing.
It is in the passing.
I know.
We're talking about Bwala.
Yes.
But so I decided I wanted to hear some of these statements.
Yes.
But where we're going to right now, we need ample time. We need full time to, delve into it and really understand what is playing out in this
whole
policing system entirely.
Well, by the grace of God, things will change. It's unfortunate and very sad. Very, very unfortunate.
It's okay, TP.
Yes.
We'll just get it time. I really want, I've been asking you.
Yes.
How?
And many listeners and callers have been asking that question.
Yes, a whole lot.
But we've not had time.
I'm sure they will not be happy with me for trying to break this,
conversation.
This conversation. But just pardon me, okay?
No, it's okay. We'll take another time.
Yeah.
And yes,
it's a gradual thing.
Yes,
and I'm sure some of your colleagues, maybe senior or junior colleagues, might be listening right now.
Of course.
And they might not want us to talk about this. Maybe they are
it has to be spoken. No.
Maybe someone is bringing me one right now. Don't say it.
No, it's good. It's good to share it so that people would know what we call where tribalism is beginning to play some role in the system. And it is not the best. And this tribalism thing, it's unfortunate. They are using it badly, even in the public service. And then the worst part of it too is that when you go back to the place we come from, the same Southeast, I was refused to serve in Imo State as Commissioner of Police by the sitting governor there, Opozodema, that he does not want any Igbo man as his Commissioner of Police.
What is his reason?
Well, he feels that if you come, if he tells you that these are opponents, go and deal with them. You tell him no. Which status are you using to give such instruction? Where are the laws? He wants somebody from Igala or maybe Nupe or somewhere that will come and bulldoze the place. When he goes, that's the end of it. You can't even trace the man. You don't know his background. How do you expect me, an Igbo-blooded person, to come and do the wrong thing? Maybe it's go and set some houses ablaze, and in the process, people will lose their lives. They know my name, they know my town, they know where I come from. Will I be in that system forever? Now that I have exited, my people will suffer for it. Even if I don't stay there in Anambra in Onitsha, they will be pointing at the Onitsha people and be looking for those close relations who bear my name. That these are the brothers of that man who set our village ablaze. The one that the excesses and the brute force he brought caused the death of our traditional ruler or some of the chiefs in our place and some youth. That's what will be following me for the rest of my life and my children. So the man, Hope, had known me long time ago, even from Sani Abacha's time, when Abacha was the military head of state.
Hope Uzodinma.
Yes, he has known me. We've known for a very long time. And he knows me as a no-nonsense person that is very compliant to the rules, regulations, and the laws. So he felt that, look, this one is a blanket order, no Igbo man should come here. We want those who will come and run the place the way we want. Bulldoze them and achieve my intentions. Well, thank God, today I can still walk with my head high that I was never involved in such sordid activities.
CP,
yes,
there's a lot to unravel.
A lot.
From Imo State to Oyo State and some other issues.
Yes, there are so many. A whole lot.
A whole lot to unravel.
A lot.
Sometimes when we hear the way commissioners are posted,
yes,
to states,
yes,
you are shocked.
Yes,
you're shocked.
Yes.
There are some special persons who go to some special states,
of course,
like Lagos State.
Of course. And sometimes you'll be wondering, they are taking competence and professionalism to the backburners, which is very, very unfortunate, because you need to put people who are dedicated and ready to work and move along with the people, the community you are serving, so that they will support you. If the community decides to support you, there's no way you will fail. They'll carry you along. Because when I was in Oyo, sometimes we used to go into communities to do engagements, especially between the herdsmen and the farmers, where they were having some of those places we go to are not covered by network from service providers.
Okay.
Sometimes efforts will be made to reach me and some of my principal officers. You can't get us because we are trying to resolve issues. But thank God, those communities appreciated it by the way they were coming. And sometimes I'll bring them when we do town hall meetings in the headquarters. Some of them can't even speak English, which is none of their faults. Interpreters will be there, interpreting in Yoruba and interpreting in Hausa Fulani. In the end, all of them will embrace themselves and go back.
I am pushed to ask, you're talking about the fact that the community is actually, they loved what you did.
Yes, till the moment I left.
I wanted to also ask if the state itself appreciated what you did. But CP, hold on.
I won't go into that for now.
I'm pushed to, but then just hold on.
Yes, because I left there without a piece of paper.
CP, hold on.
Oh my
CP,
God.
just hold on.
It's all right.
Let's just. We'll talk about these
another
next time.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Let's just move on. Now, there's this statement that closely related to what I asked you.
Yes.
As regards using technology to now record and store judgment, because some people just feel the judiciary, like I mentioned, is having issues. Now, also, Bode George has expressed a fear that anarchy looms if Nigeria no longer trusts the judiciary. Why? Because, like I said, something is exchanging hands somewhere.
Seems to exchange. I want you to use the word seems to or appears to. That's to be on the safe side.
Okay, seems to or
appears to or likely that. We need to be very technical when we talk.
Good.
So that by the time is it NBC calls you, you tell them go and check properly.
Okay, so seems to.
Yes.
Appears to.
Yes. Or likely. Yes. Then it is neither here nor there, so nobody will hold you tight under the law.
I love my country, Nigeria. Okay, so Olabode George is saying that people don't longer trust the judiciary, the process entirely.
Exactly.
That anarchy, something might happen. Okay, now, CP, look at from Zamfara to Kano.
Yes, up to Maiduguri itself.
Even in Lagos,
yes,
it happened. And in some other states, it happened. And all boils down to the judiciary. Okay, now people now say, okay, even if INEC is not playing this thing well the way it ought to be, judiciary, okay, you guys are the last hope of the common man. Why not do the needful? Why not help people smile? Let votes count. Now it's like votes don't count. Once you find your way in, and just find your way in, the court will make sure that the votes does not count. They will now stand as the electorate and now tell everyone, okay, well, with what we're seeing now, it means Mr. A did not win the election going by this, and there they bring in technicalities. Oh, Mr. B won the election because of this, and then we have technicalities. What do you think, CP? The anarchy thing Olabode George is talking about.
The thing is this: for this democracy or democratic process to be deepened, and for us to have some semblance of transparency. We still have 3.5 years to the next general election.
So close.
Yes, there should be need to visit the rules, regulations, and the enabling laws, and making reference to the Electoral Act. They should be honest about it and make some amendments to that Electoral Act, because that's where the court is always holding tenaciously to in reading out their rulings or their judgments, as the case may be.
Okay.
We need to attend seriously to it, and we have to be honest about it if we want to move forward. Otherwise, just like Chief Bode George predicted, a lot of things might happen between now and 2023. Because people are beginning, just like Olisa Abakoba SAN said some time ago, the past president of NBA, that the way things are going, people are beginning to lose complete confidence, hope in the judicial system, especially with what is happening in the Supreme Court. Because I remember he said that the men, those 7 men who used to appear then many years back, when they appear, you already know the direction the thing is going, but not anymore. He made it loud and clear. And from what Apata himself said too, out there, it's a thing of worry. Let us hope that they should do their possible best to save the integrity of the judiciary. It is not the common man that will save the place, that arm of the government, because the common man has no role to play there. It is left for them. They know where the things are going wrong or has gone wrong. Let them go and address it.
Okay. CP, I quickly want to show, let's hear your thoughts about what is happening in Enugu State, close to your state.
Yes.
Because we hear that crisis is brewing in the newly established Enugu International Building Materials Market, the new Kenyatta, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Kenyatta Market.
Kenyatta Market, Enugu State, over allegations of continuous brutality and humiliation of traders by soldiers posted to guard the market. Stakeholders in the market are urging the general officer commanding 82 Division of Nigerian Army Enugu to call his men to order, warning that such abuses might result in aggressive confrontation. He says since the market was established 2 years ago, soldiers and police officers were deployed to provide security by developers of the market. However, the traders are rejecting the presence of soldiers who they said have acted beyond the reason they were deployed to the market, with the recent increase in cases of maltreatment and humiliation from the officers. CP, humiliation and maltreatment by soldiers in that market.
First and foremost, I have to fault the process or the person or persons who may have brought in the military to come and guard the market.
Okay.
There are other engagements where we have violent crimes by either alleged herdsmen or ESN in the forested areas, where they should send the army to, not to the market. You see, the way the military are trained, a lot of them don't have patience. The training of the military recruits, those ones that pass out as private in the army and the Air Force or ordinary seaman in the Navy. Is different. They are trained to fight war on land, on water, and on air. What is it going to do in the market? To go and fight war? Their attitude to civilians are quite different from the police. Police is a civil force, and the training is designed in such a way that you have different tactics you use in enforcing the laws and in maintaining peace when there seems to be an uprising or resentments by the people you are policing. And that is why sometimes you see policemen will go without even batting to manage situation. Then sometimes you see them, they will go with batting, but they will not apply it to anybody. Then in a more severe circumstance or situation, you see them, they will go with tear gas to disperse riotous situation. For you to see them with leather weapon, that is the last application or the use of force. And for them to use firearms, that means the opponent on the other side have some people bearing firearms. So you can match force with force. But the military, in their accoutrements and kits, don't have batting. They don't use batting. They don't use tear smoke. They don't know the idea of engaging people without any of those instruments. Their own is rifle. Sometimes rifle with bayonet, which is what you use in war. So that is why they are so used to brute force. And furthermore, all this horsewhip you see some policemen carry, it's not part of police accoutrement. It's unacceptable.
Oh, really?
Of course. You don't have to use horsewhip. Horsewhip is used on horses and animals. You don't use it on human beings. But you see it is a common thing in the hands of the military. Before you know it, you say, Wallahi, ina koboko. Let them bring it immediately so that they will wipe the hell out of this person.
Hold on. Are you talking about soldiers or police now?
No, I'm talking of the soldiers. And also bringing in police. Police have no business with horsewhip.
Soldiers likewise?
I don't think it's part of their accoutrements. It's not. Their own is to bear the rifles. Then those rifles are usually held by all the arms of the military. Then there are those who man the heavy weaponry, or what we call the military hardware. They have departments or sections. We have the armor corps. Those ones are the ones with all this Saladin, Ferret, armored tanks and all that. Tanks. Then they have the artillery corps. Okay. Those ones that can fire from Lagos to maybe Ikorodu, or from Lagos, depending on the range, to Mowe or Ebafo. And the thing will sack the whole of that community when they send the range to that distance. And they are doing it to destabilize that place to show that they are coming. So you don't use those ones in management or control of internal security operation, except if it is all-time war, like what you're having in the northeast or northwest, where the enemy has some of those arsenals at their disposal. Then you can deploy tanks and artillery.
So it means there's no reason deploying soldiers.
They have no business in the market. That is what I'm saying. That whoever would have deployed or sent them there is setting tone for serious acrimony and for violence, very severe violence, to come out of that arrangement. They can only be deployed to do patrols with a view to support police in the internal security, do patrols, so that their presence while patrolling would deter, activities of criminals, or will be attacks from hardened bandits. That's the essence. Not for you to deploy them to. What are they guarding in the market? What is their business being in the market? The market should be guarded by people like the police, or to an extent civil defense, and then maybe even the DSS, who will be in covert manner. They will be in mufti. You won't even know that they are security agents. And they'll be there monitoring what is going on. And then respond appropriately when there's need for that. Not for, because any small thing, the soldier is provoked that you are insulting him. Before you know it, he's using boots to hit and beat people. And the worst part of it, they subject people to what we call frog jump.
Okay.
These are part of the disciplinary action the military does to their personnel in course of training and retraining, or for certain misdemeanor in the service. They will bring you out and tell you to do frog jump or to roll on the ground a number of times and all that. That's ways of they are doing their own internal punishment. It's not meant for you to visit it on civilians and members of the public. And if you're doing that frog jump, what if the man collapses and dies? What will you say? What explanation are you going to give to the family? And this is what will cause public reaction, that will cause riots. And you can't control it. Because the public will say you have killed their own or their relation. And you now have a lot of explanations to make. So these are the areas whoever would have made that deployment would have looked at.
All right. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. A lot of persons have been waiting for me to open the studio line so they can call in. Okay. Let's do that right now. Let's do that. All right, let's do that. Okay, but then make sure that you whatever you want to say, you still have reasons to be civil about it. Yes, you have several reasons to be civil about it. Don't mind me, okay? It's how I want the show to run. You have no reason to just say anything you want to say. I mean, we won't welcome that at all. So be civil when you're calling. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. And if you're calling from the diaspora, okay, 0700 903 9039. 0700 903 9039. Be civil and make it 60 seconds. Thank you so very much. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, hello, Ikami Jude.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Make it civil. Today you were not civil. PC was teaching you civil. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you were not civil. So that's what I want to tell today. PC was telling you how to make it civil.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. PC,
Ndewo.
So, Mr. PC, I don't think that my name is Chukwudi. So, I don't think that the way you were trying to say something about the army, you didn't call it what it is. What it is abuse. It's abuse. They're abusing the civilians. That's the name. It's not that you can't tell me that is the training they got. Is it only in Nigeria they have the army? I'm sure they have army in America and other places.
Exactly.
So it's an abuse. So that's what I wanted to say.
All right, thank you so much.
I think I made it civil.
Are you sure you made it simple? Oh God. Thank you so very much. Anyway.
Thank you. Bye.
VOP 90.3 FM. All right. Like I said, just give me 60 seconds as we talk. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Good afternoon to you. Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
This is Ola from Nigeria.
All right.
But they just make a complaint based on the judgment on the election for Zafratan to Kano. It is going to cause anarchy. And we are looking at it. I want to see people understand something today. It's not about anarchy. If anybody go against the will of the court, it's costing them more problem to himself and the citizen. Even before the Abakabiru issue come in the Kano state, that people always hammer the judicial on it. The constitution, the good constitution, the act of the parliament cannot superior to the constitution. And the same thing, the judicial precedent cannot superior to the constitution. And they make a quotation of that constitution, section 177, sub 6, the C of that constitution. Say, you must be the member of the political party before you contest. And Abba Kabiru, when they find the register of an NNPP, he is not a member and is not registered with the political party. Is there any bias in that judgment based on the constitutional interpretation? Please, most of the people that we call big man today, they didn't have their proper homework. They didn't analyze the policies that are attaching to their nomination. That is what happened in Kano State. They believe that anybody that the Congress will bring come outside is the right candidate, and they can get away with it. If someone violating the constitution of the federal program of Nigeria, my right, your right, and he wants the institution of the court to let him go because he attached to someone that is a godfather somewhere, it's not right. Both Gauna and Abba Kabiru, both of them are qualified to be a governor of that state. Even including you as sitting that you are the way your governor of your state qualified to be a governor, you have that qualified, you have that quality and certificate to be a governor of your own state. Just because and these people manipulating the constitution of the court, the constitution of the federal government of Nigeria, and the impose of the candidate on the people. This is the simple constitution. It's not about people say, come on, say because the judges do not favor the minority because they are not in the federal level, they are not in this, so that is why APC take advantage of. It's not like that. If anybody like it or not, let him go and study that constitution and let him see the evidence they present before the court of law. They will now know that what the man is sitting as a governor is doing there is doing it illegal and is not a member of the party and he cannot be a governor.
All right.
That's all.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. We appreciate that so much. Talk to us. Good afternoon to you this afternoon. Hello? No, we okay, you know what? All right, let's take this one. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Jide.
All right, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Mecca Oziten.
Okay.
I'm not coming to talk about the politics, but what I want to say, please, pardon me, I'm looking for driving work. Because as I told you last time, my boss just left us. No, I don't have anything to put on table for the family. So that's why I'm looking for the work now as a driver.
Okay. It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. To this point, in case you need a driver, all right. In case you need a driver, I think I forgot. There are two persons already, who are requesting for this. Yeah, and though I'm working on one already, but then I want to show it out in case you need a driver, maybe for a private stuff or a public stuff. You could just drop a message or you put a call across. Yeah. Yes. It's alright. It's alright. Or you can even connect with me on Facebook. Ikami Jude is my handle. IKAMIJUDEH. One word. IKAMIJUDEH. One word. Ikami Jude. Yes, just connect with me there, and we'll take it further. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can read some messages quickly. This person says the right thing on the part of federal government is to be proactive in implementing programs that will ameliorate the sufferings of the masses. Let it create an enabling environment, rather. Let it create enabling environment for who now? What are you trying to say there? Let's see. Enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Yes. But instead, they want to buy Jeep worth 200 million naira. Things are just too expensive. Inflation is really killing us. Olushoga Ajayi sent that from Odunla Ikorodu. Okay, let's see if we can touch more. Okay, this person is saying, Jude, thank you for hitting the nail on the head. CP is still speaking diplomatically. Please let us begin to speak up to these placeholders. No Nigeria is more Nigerian than the other. Thank you so much. Rich discussion. Simisola from from Isolo sent in that. CP, you say you're speaking diplomatically. I love this. All right. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, Kameji. How are you today?
I'm fine. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Daniel. I'm calling from Idimo.
Okay.
Mr. CP, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Daniel.
Okay. Please, Kame, I don't know this story of our CP. Are you airing it on Thursday or not? Please, I want to be sure so that I don't miss anything out of it, please. I want to confirm that.
Okay. It's all right. CP. You know what?
Yes.
I want to dare anybody.
Yes.
Okay, yes, on Thursday, by the special grace of God. Yes. On Thursday, we will air it. Yes, we'll air it. That's why we're here. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon to you this afternoon. Can you hear me? Oh, I think we lost that call. Do want to call back. Yes, today we are beginning to know how the state of Lagos came to be. The Benin's, the Aworis, the Portuguese, and so on. Even today, Nigeria is founded by Christopher Columbus. Oh God, look at where this person is going to. But who is talking about that today? You give absolute regards and high honors to those who made you what you are. But unfortunately, our day here in Nigeria will seem to destroy the sensibilities of those who what did you say? Want to develop what? Uh-oh. I couldn't get the full gist. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon, Kamijide.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, and my big brother there at the studio. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too.
Right. This City calling from Sierra Leone. I'm talking about the topic, about the captions of what you guys are discussing today, about the man that says that if Peter B could have won, he could have been a loser because he didn't support him. Is that true?
Okay. Go ahead, we can hear you.
But I want to make something clear. Did Peter B not won that election? Of course he did. The whole world knows. Even the people in the grave knows that he won the election. But the answer, you see, gone are the days when Nigeria will keep lying because maybe there is no media to debunk their lies and other things. But thank God there's a media now. We can debunk every lie that they peddle against every individual in this ramification, in this time we are now. Gone are the days when there is no media They can use one or two media to lie against other people. But thank God there is a media now. Everybody can see it. There is, even if you look at what is happening now in the world now, before we relies on paparazzi to go, paparazzi and journalists to go where there is war or where there is everything to video it and show the whole world what is happening. But right now, your cell phone you are a journalist. Your cell phone, you are a paparazzi. Even in the Western world now, people video things, and even the journalists in the studio, like BBC, Sky News, all of them, they took it from what they saw in people's cell phone and use it for their own context, because it's real. Nothing is fake. It's real. So every cell phone you are holding now, as long as it's an Android phone, you are a journalist on your own. Gone are the days when we are using analog, somebody can come and lie, and then you think everybody will take it because Nigeria have hidden history from people, make everybody deaf and dumb. But this time around, thank God for the media. We know that Obi won the election, but this is not what we are talking. If they know that Igbo man is not you see, I'm a man that speak my voice, that speak my mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter how he is. This is what concerns me and my people. If you know that Igbo man is not relevant in Nigeria, and you see them as the people you are going to be killing, you see them as the people you are going to be humiliating. You see them. Igbo man is worth something in Canadian Parliament today. He was something in British Parliament. He was something in American Parliament. But in Nigeria, he's not a Nigerian. He does not deserve any post. He does not deserve anything. In the same country we call Nigeria. If you know that Igbo man is nothing, allow him to go. This is what...
Hey. Take it easy, okay? Just take it easy, please. We're talking about the unity of Nigeria. That's what we're talking about. It's not about allowing someone to go or that. We're talking about how the country can come together and unite. As a radio station, we will continue to preach that. Yeah, that's what we need. Unity. It's just that we just have to I'm trying to be careful with my word. But then, like I said, there is unity in diversity, and that's what we should continue to pray for, and so the country will be united. I know I would want CP to wrap up with that, later, before we wrap up with the show as regards his Igbo thing, out of that. A whole lot has been heard recently as regards, the treatment method to some section of the country, some persons from some areas of the country. But let's just put that aside a little, and we'll take more calls now. And WhatsApp number is 0700 903 9039. Okay, don't forget WhatsApp. Just send a message in case you can't call in. Just send a message to 0700 903 9039. But then if you can still call in, okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. This person said, good afternoon, Judy and CP. Most governors don't want indigenous people to be in charge of their police because they want those that will do hatchet job in the state for them. It's unfortunate most of these insecurities are self-inflicted. Great day to you from Oko Sisi. CP, he said they are self-inflicted.
Of course, he's correct. When you deny people who should come there to do the needful and do the right things, follow the rule of law and respect human rights, you don't want them. You want those who would come and level villages and level homes and continue to witch hunt your perceived enemies, in quotes. I mean, you hardly find your kinsman doing that because he knows the consequence, that after doing it, he will not be in that service forever. One day he will shed that uniform and come back to his people. And then that is the time Nemesis and Karma will visit him. Even if he's gone, if he's long gone, they'll still be making reference. His children will not get free from it. It will be like a generational thing. His kinsmen will not still walk freely, because anytime they look at their burnt village, they'll remember,
of course,
Mr. John or Mr. James. That if not James that came, and because he was commissioner of police, he brought his policemen and leveled our community. His boys, and leveled our community. It wouldn't have been like this and like that. So that is why some of us are very, very careful. We don't take sides with evil. You know, but there are those who love money and are ready to do the leveling. They were the ones that have been doing the hatchet job, as said, you know, in those places.
I want to read this message, a little bit lengthy though, but I want to read it because of what you said. CP Chooks, the abuse by the military on the civilians, I don't think it will stop just like every upside down behavior in the Nigerian society. It said, CP, is it not in this Nigeria where something would happen to a military man and before you say anything, trucks of soldiers, you know, would have gone there to beat, kill and burn down houses of people? What kind of civilized behavior, you know, is that? It's a pity that a lot of little problem is the reason why Nigeria remain as it is. Jude, please, please read this to the hearing of CP, just in case the culprit is listening. Mr. CP, please, can you help out in getting someone for like 2 weeks? Has been using a friendly phone to defraud our contact into sending. Okay, we have to put that aside quickly and move. Now, this person is saying what Chief George said about judiciary is very true and clear to every right-thinking Nigerian. Isn't it true that many people have lost interest in the judiciary and might resort to self-help going forward? Surprisingly, they are I don't like this name. The CJN is living in what? Let me put this message aside. I told you just be civil with your message so I can read it out loud. Okay? Ekene is saying, good afternoon, CP. My name is Gib. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. He said, in fact, okay, from Gabriel from Ikorodu, he said, in fact, when I look at the way Western soldiers relate with civilians, I just conclude that the majority of our security agencies lack professionalism. All of them needs to be retrained.
Yes.
Once you give them weapons, they will use it against those they should protect.
It's unfortunate.
Very, very.
Yes.
The judiciary has been turned to a laughing stock by money bag politicians. People revolt may start from this Kano State Appeal Court decision or Dipako. Gandaje has done it again, but this time he's got his hands burnt. When Tinubu appointed a man who was caught on video taking bribes in dollars, I knew it was a plan to take Kano from NNPP. They are planning for 2027 already. The Supreme Court has earlier said that party membership is pre-election matters. The man that just spoke said the whole truth. If you don't want no. Ayo from Egbeda, thank you so very much. Let's be civil. Good afternoon, Jude. I do used to enjoy your show, most especially when CP is your guest. However, the story and experience CP had at Oyo State really touched my heart, being my state. I'm using this to apologize on behalf of the good people of Oyo State. I celebrate you and I wish you all the best and believe posterity shall justify your righteousness. God bless you forever. Regards to your family. Thank you so very much. Until tribalism, ethnicity and religious affiliations are relegated to the background and being, citizens of our great nation, development and progress will continue to elude Nigeria. We must be Nigerians first in Nigeria to grow our economy and ensure security of lives and property. From Franco Nero, who sent in that from the USA. Thank you so very much, Frank. Let's get back to the phone lines now and take more calls. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Pius coming from Ajegule.
Welcome.
This issue of Benin, the Kosoko, his palace is at Lagos Island. The king of Lagos is from Benin. The symbol of the king of Lagos, above Benin, is the symbol of above Lagos. So Oshodi, Balogun of Oshodi, is on Niger. Oshodi, that's why they didn't give them king at Oshodi town. They call them Oluomo, they're giving to them. That is bad for Lagos. We know how Lagos is tomorrow. If you go to Moloni, you see the image of the Benin. The King Adoman is there at Moloni, opposite Nike office, opposite the defense office. That is that. Coming to that man that come from Sierra Leone, saying that Obi won the election.
Hold on.
Obi.
Okay. Continue first. Go ahead.
Did I not declare Obi that Obi won the election? Obi did not win the election. So Israel said that Obi win Lagos. Fine. The Yoruba voted to support Obi. So Israel about this that they don't want Obi to rule this country. That much you forget about sentiment. And from Edo, when we voted for Obi, it doesn't mean that Obi win the election. So you should not be saying that they don't want your Yoruba Igbo to do that. It's these are Igbo that are doing themselves. Look at Imo State now. Is it an Yoruba man or a German that don't in Imo State? That didn't make that there. So you just should be ruled out.
Okay, can I ask you a question now? Can I ask you a question now?
Yes,
already, I think yes. I see where you're coming from. You already said you are a Edo, so you want to believe strongly that the Benin founded Lagos, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you go to Molon, you see the King Ado image there from Benin. You see that over Benin that they erected here. The image is there. Opposite the defense office at Lagos Island. Yes, sir.
Whose image is there? The Oba of Benin. Hello?
I'm hearing you.
You said the Oba of Benin's image is there. Is there, right?
Yes. The King Ado is there. It's at CBS. It is government that did it there. It's there. Totally there. Can't see there.
Okay.
Kosoko Palace is there. Kosoko, they're from Benin. Igadu Ganon. The other of Lagos, they're from Benin. Mushi. Benin or Mushi. Go ask. The people of Mushi, they're from Benin. What are they saying?
It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate you so very much. I said, even if you bring this issue, you discuss this issue for years, that is what you will get. Some people will tell you, because they are Yorubas, they will tell you is a lie, and will go every way to prove it that Lagos is owned by their Aworis, or Lagos is a Yoruba land, and for Yorubas, CP, it's yes. Okay. It's okay. Let's see if we can take this call again. Good afternoon to you. Hello? Are you there? Okay, let's do this one. Good afternoon. Are you there? Hello?
Hello, Jude. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, this is Mr. Legend calling.
Welcome, Legend.
Yeah, you see, there is one thing I want you to remember. You see, I thank God today we have a president. Today, because before we say let's swear him in, let's see how things will go. Now we have a president, and everything is going down. I thank God it is him that won the election. It's not Peter Obi that won this election. It is him that won the election. Now, the same thing that we are crying before, when Buhari came into government, we said this man cannot give us anything good. They said, Goodluck is a very bad person. Goodluck is a very terrible person. Buhari took over from Goodluck. It was worst. And now, this one have taken over from Buhari. Even Buhari government now is even far better than what we have currently now. So thank God we have a president, and Nigeria is working like a country that doesn't have a president. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think someone sent something. He said, please check these out. Here is the historical facts about Lagos on Wikipedia. About Benin and his co-traveler should stop twisting history. According to him, Sahid Barua sent it. He said Lagos Lagos was originally inhabited by the Awori subgroup of the Yoruba people in the 15th century and Benin in the 16th century. The Awori moved to an island now called Ido. Okay, let's do this. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Jude.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
It's me on the line, please.
Okay, quickly, please.
All right. I'd agree to please, Master.
Good day, Nemeka.
Dalo, my brother.
Dalo.
Jude. You see the problem where me and you are facing in this country. The problem still lie in the hand of politicians. You know why I put it to them? When the politicians want to share the cake of this country, they don't call religion, they don't call tribe. They share it among themselves equally. But do you know my greatest happiness? When I go to the grassroots inside the market at Ijeoma now, center there, you see how some man and the Igbo man and the Igbo Yoruba woman listen together, sharing ideas together, planning together. Could you believe Hausa man has a problem at his house with his wife? So my greatest surprise is because I'm buying something from a woman. The Hausa man is reporting this problem to the woman about the problem they get in the house. He gets in the house with his wife. He's looking for advice, how to take care of his wife or his home from an Igbo woman. So what I'm trying to say here is this. The people that participating in this kind of rubbish that the politicians throw on us, go and watch all of them. They are political propaganda machinery. They occupy the face of every media house in this Nigeria to be campaigning of what they don't know about. But I'm saying something today. Any country that denies their children their history has killed their generation. Let politicians and the lawmakers call lawmakers and religion leaders and others. They should think about what they are doing to this country. Right. They should think. They should think.
Thank you.
They should think. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so very much. This person said, let me get to YouTube quickly. Yes, it's been a while. Let me visit my YouTube friends quickly. In case you're watching via YouTube, I want to say thank you so very much. Thank you, and thank you again. Do drop a comment and so we can have a robust conversation all together, okay? All right. This person is saying he did not say Lagos belongs to Benin. He said part of Lagos correctly. Eko was for Benin. We must go back to history. Okay. Now, let us unite ourselves for the growth of Nigeria. Gabriel Elias is saying this, and the other message was from Desmond Igbins. All right. Gabriel says, let us unite ourselves for the growth of Nigeria. I raise my case. My name is Gabriel Elias from Mayo Abi. What did you say? Okay. Onye Kachi Obunna says, he says, good afternoon, sirs. Mr. CP is a man of wisdom, so he will answer most of your questions diplomatically. Okay, it's okay, it's all right. Let's hear this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kamijide. This CT calling back from Sierra Leone. I just want to say something regarding the man from Benin that says what is happening to Imo State. You see, this is what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is I hate when people lie against each other. Like me, I don't lie against you because I want to benefit anything. No, I don't do that. But you and I know that the election issue in Imo State, Ijeoma had won the election. And then and you knew, I don't want to call them here, you knew the people that insist that Hope Uzodinma must be there because there is an agenda to destroy Imo State. We know all these things. We are not more kids. So this is what I want to reply to him. He's coming here to tell you what happened to Imo State. Don't you know what happened to Imo State? Did everybody not saw it? That somebody that did not even buy a form, that they said he's number 4 and become number and then Ijeoma was in 7 months in the office ruling Imo State. There was peace. Every business was going, everybody witnessed it, and just in a sudden, and they dropped the man away and put Hope Uzodinma there today. why people did not voted for him. What is happening in Imo State today? The handwriting is clear. We don't need to go to bishop or pastors to tell us what's happened there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much for calling. I appreciate your call. CP,
Yes.
the federal government has increased the 2024 budget, from the initial 26 trillion to 27.500 trillion to meet present economic realities. Your comment quickly on that.
It's not just
27
it's not just
trillion.
it's not just
Whoa.
proposing budget. These are budget proposals, even if it is approved by the National Assembly or by the Senate rather. The next question is, how are they going to finance that budget? One is to budget, then another is to finance
So
it.
you're saying it's unrealistic.
It's unrealistic. At the end of the day, they may not even go halfway in what they have budgeted. So Nigerians shouldn't lose sleep.
Okay.
All we need to look at are the macroeconomic and fiscal policies that are coming out
It's okay.
to see whether it will engender economic growth for the country.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Check your time. It's 2:50 already. And of course, very soon we will be wrapping up. Good afternoon.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to talk about this police matter. Because that QP wanted to say that they give police target. So that target they give police means the target they give police, that's what police are going to do to rape people. Maybe they see people gather one place, they go there
It's okay.
and rape them, which is not normal. What they're giving them target?
You know what?
It's not
You
good
know
like
what?
that.
You know what?
Yes.
On Thursday, we'll revisit
Yes.
this issue. So just relax first, okay? Thank you. Thank you so very much. Don't worry. On Thursday, you will hear everything you need to hear. Yes. Thursday is going to be very heavy. I would have the CP in the studio to talk about all of these issues. CP,
Yes.
like I said, the issue of I want you to just wrap up now.
Yes.
The unity thing, and some sections of some persons in the country feeling that like a lot is playing out. I just don't know how to
Address it.
address it. Maybe you find a way to help us address it briefly.
Well, in summary, what is playing out now is very unfortunate, whereby people's houses are brought down, plazas are brought down without notice in a country where there are citizens. It's very unfortunate. The question is, before now, why did it not happen? Why should it happen after the elections and swearing in of the sitting government? It will look as if certain people from certain parts of the country are being targeted. These are things we didn't even see prior to the Civil War. We are now seeing it in the 21st century. It's very, very unfortunate. The question is, in every lips, where were you when they were acquiring those properties and building those structures?
Okay.
You ought to have stopped them to save their money from going into drains. You left them. They did foundation, built it fully, inhabited it, and you came to level it. Is it fair? It's not. People should remember God when they are doing certain things. What am I saying, in essence, is that the government should go and do a revisit to these tendencies. Even if at the end of the day you feel that you still have to go ahead to do this, why will you not give them sufficient notice or have a conversation or discussion with them and tell them that this is the direction you're going? Then the people will now know what to do. You are doing it as if you are inflicting pains on them. You should not, you should be, if you are a governor or you are a president, you're a president of all Nigerians. You are not a president of a section of the country. And you are not a governor of just people from your place. You're a governor for everybody who is within your territory or your jurisdiction. So these are the angles you should visit. You should think about it and have the fear of God before you take certain decisions. And furthermore, for the public, because you captioned it as unity in diversity and unity of purpose and all that.
Of course.
For all Nigerians, you should be your brothers, you should see your neighbors and be your brother's keeper. You shouldn't see anybody on basis of tribe or basis of religion. You should see yourselves as Nigerians. So long as people around you are law-abiding and they are humane and respect you as a fellow Nigerian, you have to reciprocate. So with this collective responsibility, I think we can always forge ahead. And furthermore, at the same time, those who are miscreants and people that are lawless and people you classify as hoodlums should not be allowed in our space.
Okay.
So you need to be in a position whereby if you see somebody that is doing the wrong thing, you inform the law enforcement agencies to come and take him out. Don't take laws into your hands by going after such people to kill them. That is what we call self-help or jungle justice.
Okay.
It doesn't go well for us and for the growth of the common man and for all Nigerians. And finally, help your neighbors that you know you have more advantage than they do, you know, because of the extent of poverty and the ravaging economic realities we are having on ground. That's the bit I have, and try to be security conscious all the time.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. It's time to go. I have to go now so I can come back tomorrow. Same time, 1 p.m. I'll be here to discuss more. I just do hope you join me. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude. And it's time to go. Thank you so very much, CP.
Thank you, Ikami Jude.
I will have you here on Thursday.
You're welcome. I will always be there.
Yes.
Thank you.
So from me to you, everyone, is good afternoon, and do have a beautiful day. Don't forget, on Facebook, I am Ikami Jude. Instagram, Ikami Jude. Everywhere, Ikami Jude. Just go check it out. IKAMIJUDEH. We talk more. Good afternoon.